welcome back to yet another unboxing video. God, I've had quite a few of these lately. Usually I don't do so many in a row. But yeah, I had a good run of pickups lately between Amazon, going back and picking up some classic art boxes. And later on in this video, got a number of other cool little pickups that I got between the clearance bin on Right Stuff and also one other series I picked up on Amazon over the week. Starting off, though, we're going to go back to yet another classic Genian series from 2004. This one will be looking at Hanaukyo Maid Team La Verite, which is actually the second run of this. There was the original Hanaukyo Maid Team never actually made it out here in the United States. Actually, I said that wrong. It's Hanaukyo Maid Tai, I believe, in Japan. The original series ran into some funding problems, so I don't know that it was ever actually fully completed. You can find episodes up on a few different fan sub sites, as it, again, was not licensed here in North America. So if you have a chance, kind of try to look that one up first, and it'll get you ready for watching the series that actually was released here in North America. Actually, many of the early episodes do mirror each other closely, but with some slight variations. But they do have the same voice actors in both versions. The first run also had, I believe, 3 OVA episodes as well. I originally got a hold of the episodes I have stored on digital media from the Animesuki website, Animesuki. I'm not sure. It's been a couple years since I got a hold of them, so I'm not sure if they're all available anymore or not. But I would suggest trying to see if you can watch the original series first before you do watch the North American release. Anyway, yeah, so this is another series where actually when I originally picked it up, I got the 3 discs without the art box from the Right Stuff clearance bin back in the $25 for $100 sale. And happened to be searching through on Amazon and found a decent price on the original art box, so I picked that up and did get that in today. So we're going to go ahead and... where the hell are these coming from? I tell you what, it's like all of a sudden Japan took a shit and it ended up on my... Yeah, okay. Well, admittedly, this is not as bad as that Doki Panic Crap Rescue Me Mavi-chan Bandai bullshit thing that... let's not go into that. Yeah, okay. So, like I said, originally I picked these up on Right Stuff. Disc 1, Disc 2, Disc 3. Hanaukyo Maid Team La Verite. La Verite, looking it up at the Wikipedia page, La Verite actually means the truth, and they use La Verite because this actually does follow the manga more closely than the original TV series does. Go figure, there's a lot of that, more so lately than back then, but what's the deal with studios trying to make an extra buck going back with these series and deciding, hey, let's try to do this again, only this time, let's try to follow the manga. Maybe you should have done that in the first place. But, yeah, so I happened to be looking along at Amazon, and sure enough, I did find a decent priced listing for the original art box, brand new, with the first disc in the series. He's even got the original sticker on here from whoever the first retailer was. Now, this time, unlike when I bought Please twins. This actually sold on Amazon for the original listed MSRP shown here, $39.99. I don't know what store this was that sold this for $34.99, or I should say what retail outlet. But the Amazon seller I picked it up from did sell it for $39.99. So, kind of looking at this, the box includes Volume 1, so I will have a second copy of Volume 1, and also has 3 collectible pencil boards. And I do love my box sets, and I do love my bonus goodies. So we'll go ahead and... Actually, to tell you what I'll do here is, before I do that, let me just kind of, for those of you who have not watched this yet, give you a quick overview about the series. And I'll do this from Wikipedia because, one, it's been a little while since I watched this, and two, I am admittedly a little on the tipsy side, having had a beer or 2 or 6 after getting home from work tonight. And so yeah, hopefully I won't go way off on some really strange tangent here. Anyway, Hanaukyo Maid Team is about Taro Hanaukyo, who inherited a vast family fortune, and most importantly, hundreds of employees working at the family mansion. While they are dressed and normally referred to as maids, there are discrete, although albeit sometimes unusual, departments for most of the employees, like defense, science, catering, etc., etc. Presumably, the various extensive projects that go on in the actual mansion will pay for most of the expenses of running the place, and etc. And like I said, the original anime, which aired on the program Anime Complex in Japan, was cut short when the series ran into production issues, and the series was later rebooted for the new series Hanaukyo Maid Team Verite, meaning the truth. Many of the early episodes mirror each other closely with some variations, but both animes use the same voice actors. And Verite was, of course, licensed by Guinean Entertainment here in North America. There was a boot of the manga here in North America by Studio Iron Cat, but Iron Cat went out of business in 2005 after only releasing the first 3 volumes of the manga, and currently there are no plans for any other companies to pick up the manga anywhere. The animation was a remake of the original Hanaukyo Maid Team series with a more complete ending than the original series got, with significantly higher art quality as well. Once I mentioned earlier the production issues and why it was never finished. And to make the problem clear at the end of episode 15, the third and last OVA from the original 2001 series, Ikuyo-chan pops a tape into her VCR to record a show she likes, said tape bearing a label that reads Hanaukyo Maid Tai episode 16, 17, 18, thus rendering them lost forever. The remake is closer to the plot of the manga than the original. It talked about the truth of Marielle, her miserable past, and destiny. However, the remake is quite unique and different when comparing the other harem or maid annotations made in the series, because the conclusion of this anime is anti-master and slave maid, while the series itself seems to have the obedient maids, and of course the most being Marielle, as the selling point. It can be considered more humanistic animation, comparing the other master and slave maid anime series like, say, Deers. So, it is meaningless if she becomes a puppet, was what Taro said before the rescue of Marielle, and perhaps is the moral of the remake. Alright, enough about that. All I'm saying is, y'all gotta go out and make sure you do watch both of these. Watch the first original series first. That was also a lot more lighthearted. This is a little bit more serious, again, going into Marielle's past and how she turned out the way she is in the series. So, alright. Enough of that, blah, 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 blah. We'll go ahead and cut into the box and see what is included for the price. Yeah, unfortunately, no cool action figure like Handmade May had, but still getting hold of the original art box in very impeccable shape after 9 years on various shelves and wherever else, and shipped here and there and everywhere. So the box isn't still in very good shape. You never know when you buy things online and get them shipped to you what condition they'll actually arrive in. It could be perfect up to the point where some moron doesn't know how to pack items, and of course everything gets destroyed. Well, anyway, so yes, once again, so this comes with another copy of the first disc. However, now see, when I got my first copy, I didn't have any of the pencil boards. They didn't put the pencil boards in with each additional release. So, and yes, these do have swappable front covers on all the episodes as well. So this is our first pencil board that's in with the disc here. This is Marielle, and on both sides. Once again, a Genian reply card. If I send it in, will Genian reply back? I highly doubt it. So now I'm curious. Yeah, there's other stuff in here. I want to be sure, because it said something about 3 pencil boards. And yeah, there's 3 more pencil boards in there, sure enough. I don't remember her name, but this is the one that does all the weird experiments. And look at her in her proper maid attire. Okay, this I believe is Alice, who actually has a split personality in the anime series. She's one half of her personality is like childlike, and basically when one half goes to sleep, the other half wakes up, and so one lays dormant during sleep time, and apparently they do communicate to each other, but the other is like a super smart little girl who basically exceeded all expectations in school and whatnot, and was thought of as a prodigy and never had much of a life as a child. So she developed her second personality that kind of took over. So, but the two kind of communicate back and forth with each other too. It's not just one of those where one takes over and the other just blacks out. And look at her in her full attire. And I don't remember the name of this character, but she's one of them in the security division. Let me see. It's not Kanoi. This is Sanai. Yeah, she specializes in hand-to-hand combat, but is rarely taken seriously by the other maids. And apparently from... yeah. So apparently in the first... She was drawn differently in the first series. Different hair color, lighter skin, and no name. She's definitely does have a name for herself in the second series, and she's actually has a thing for the head of the security department as well. All right, so that's kind of neat to kind of go through those, and a couple bonus pencil boards. And I'm not going to go through the other 2 discs in the series, discs 2 and disc 3. But yeah, that completes everything for this art box set. But I'm not going to end the video there, actually, because I mentioned I had a number of pickups here the last couple days. So I got oh my gosh, 2 different boxes today at my front door, along with another package in my mailbox. So this came from Amazon in one box. In the package, actually another little pickup I got from another seller. This is used, the complete DVD collection for Best Student Council from ADV Films. And this is a pretty standard bland set, kind of what you'd see from Sentai these days too. Just basic cover showing a quick overview of the series, and then the 6 discs of the series as well. And then from Right Stuff, I had a little fun going through the clearance bin and picking up a few things. And this, for $18 for all of these. I've never watched the series. I know nothing about this series, but it is, other than the fact it's from Genian. And this is Heat Guy J. Now, I had to pick this up in a strange way because they didn't actually have all the single episodes. So I picked up the Disc 1, the limited edition collector box with Disc 1 and the extra limited edition disc. And then, because they didn't have, it was either 2 or 3, I actually ended up buying this, which is a pack with discs 1 to 3 all together, which gives me 2 copies of disc 1, but each of these were $5 each. And then, for 4, 5, 6, and 7, I was able to get the individual releases for $2 a piece. Now, you're looking at this and going, well, wait a minute. You have a limited edition box 1 and 1 to 3. How do you hold 7 discs in there? Well, that's the thing. I've had to go and place another order on Amazon because I want to be a completionist on this, to get the second limited edition collector's box, which comes with Volume 7. Now, that was not available on Right Stuff, so one of these days I'll get around to watching the series. Maybe it'll be worth it, maybe not, but the art and boxes are really cool, so I'm hoping it turns out to be a good series to watch. Now, I'm not done yet. Also, for $15, I found this, another Genian release. This is Last Exile, the flight pack containing volumes 1 to 4. Now, I know there's more that's been released of this, and maybe down the road I will pick this up too, but this is another one where I haven't actually seen the series, but for $15 I thought it was worth picking up one of the few art box packs that are still available cheap online from Right Stuff, and depending, maybe I will pick this one or pick up the remaining episodes of the TV series on Amazon or possibly eBay. And I believe there's also movies available too on this, but for now it's just kind of one where I thought I'd pick up the box and the episodes that were available there. And like I said, that was only $15 on Right Stuff, so I thought, well, it was worth picking up. I also picked up the premium version of Full Metal Alchemist, the original. Pardon me while I go over to my shelves to get a hold of this here. The Conqueror of Shambhala movie. the special edition 2-disc DVD set. Picked this up. I think they're selling it $11.99 right now. And this is a 2-disc set. For those of you, I know this is an old one. A lot of people have probably picked this one up by now, but I kind of passed on this. I've had this. This was funny enough. This is actually the first item. The original Conqueror of Shambhala DVD was my first ever purchase from Right Stuff. Way back in 2007. So kind of neat though. They've got a accompanying art book, collector's book with this version, and then it is 2 discs with this. Special edition disc 2 has interviews with cast and crew, audio commentary, the Japanese director and staff, Japanese actors, U.S. ADR director and actors. And then the first disc has the movie, along with the making of Full Metal Alchemist, the movie, a 40-minute documentary. Japanese theatrical TV trailers, production art, etc., etc. Fun little bonus things. So for $12, I thought it'd be worth picking up. I think way back when I got the original movie, it cost me something like $8 too. So just something to kind of have to add to the collection. And it's been a long time since I've actually watched the original series, so it's one of those I have to make some time one of these days and go back and watch the original TV series again and see if I can draw some little comparisons between Brotherhood and the original. I also, just for shits and giggles, this is the art box for Welcome to the NHK, coming with disc 2, and this was a $4 pickup from Right Stuff, and I only have like the first half and second half of the collection release, where they released like the first 12 discs on set 1 and 12 on set 2. And I'm not sure. I thought, well, just for the hell of it, I'd pick up the original art box and just kind of throw those in there for now. Not really sure if I'm going to go back and pick up all the individual discs one of these days. It's an entertaining series, but not one I'm going to go back and watch a whole bunch of times over and over again. But kind of a good series to watch occasionally if you like interesting parodies about neat otaku life, and guys that just basically do their own thing in their house and don't really go out and do much of anything else. And then one other little pickup I got was the original art box for Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle, which I own the complete Blu-ray collection of Season 1, Season 2, the motion picture, and also the OVA collection. And this is one, too, that I thought, well, I will probably go ahead and... I like the art box, so I thought, I can figure out a way to store my Blu-rays that I have in here. But, yeah, yes and maybe no. I don't know. It might be another one, too, where I decide to go back and pick up the other 6 DVDs just to have the art box. But for now, I thought, well, Right Stuff's cleared Sing It Out. It's a cheap little pickup for $5. If anything, the box just looks really cool sitting on the shelf. So, all right. Well, before this video gets too much longer, I'm going to be cutting it off here. It's possible the battery's going to die any second on my camcorder. So, once again, thanks for tuning in and sticking around. If you haven't jumped all over the place to cut through all my rambling here, and we'll see what comes down the road later for any new pickups. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon. Alright, a little bonus something I had to add on to the end of this. I didn't actually just notice this until all of a sudden when I put everything into the box. I noticed that one of the gem cases was a different shape and not quite as tall as the other two gem cases, and it got me to looking, and I noticed an interesting variance on the labels for the first editions of this. And this is kind of interesting. If you notice what I have here, this one is Genin Entertainment release, Hanaukyo Maid team. Now, you put these side to side, you don't, if you look at it really quickly, you don't notice a difference until you actually happen to look at the corners. And sure enough, here, as I'd mentioned before, the titles from Pioneer getting taken into Genin. Well, here you see Pioneer and Genin both listed as the publishers on this disc. And I noticed it because first when I looked at the spines, because at the top you see Genin and Genin, but if you come further down the label, as I drop these, you see down here where once again it mentions both Genin and Pioneer above the DVD video symbols. And then on the back, one last time, down at the bottom, Genin, Genin Pioneer. Now, when I scrutinize the actual discs and put both of them, I put one in my PS3 and one in the DVD player that I have hooked up to the television, and when I look at the discs, other than the fact that one of the screenings is much darker than the other, there are no serial numbers other than 12404 and 12404 on both of these. There are no serial numbers that denote different publishers anywhere on here. So, yeah, on the reverse cover also, I see Genin Pioneer, Genin Pioneer, and Genin Pioneer. And on the other one, just simply Genin. And down here, there is no mention, just the Rondo robe. And then, of course, on the back side, there is just Genin. So, little something strange that I noticed here, and I thought, oh, I'd better kind of just splice that in on the end of the video. Just kind of something interesting that I thought I'd share with y'all. So once again, thanks for tuning in to this unboxing video, and sorry to take it a little longer and put this in after the fact, but just something I wanted to share.